Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Juan Londoño. Today I'm super excited because we're going to review a toy, a tool, however you want to call it, that I purchased already because I never knew I needed this thing until I actually did. So I'm going to tell you how this toy, tool, device, gadget can help you as a photographer, because I know it's going to help me a great deal, and how it can help basically anybody with a hobby, a job, a task to do. So let's dive right in. So what are we talking about today? This thing is called the Kirkas Magnifying Lamp. This is what it looks like. This is exactly how it came. Can you see it? Okay. So this is the box, all right? We're going to, you know what? And I'll even show you real quick what it looks like inside. There's not much you're going to be able to see. This is what it looks like inside, okay? So apparently, this is the clamp that hooks it up to the desk. This is not a standing lamp. It's one that clamps to the desk. Here's the arm, and it's one of the largest arms available. And then here's the actual lamp. We're going to open this up. We're going to unbox it. We're going to feel how the quality is, what it's made out of. Is it metal? Is it plastic? Is it composites? We're going to hook it up. We're going to try it out. We're going to see if it's bright enough, if it's too bright, if it's dimmable. We're going to check out all those features. And then I'll show you what I use it for. I think that's very important because this is a photography channel. So I feel a little hair or something like one of my hairs. Oh, there it is. It came loose and it was bothering me. So I'm going to tell you what we can use it for as photographers, right? Are you shooting film? Are you cleaning your cameras? Are you playing with your lenses? All kinds of things we can do with photography. And then I'm going to list all the cool things that you can use this for. And that's just my imagination running wild. I have a bunch of other hobbies that I can use this thing for. And I'm really, really excited. So let's take this upstairs. Let's take it out of the box piece by piece. Let's hook it up. We'll talk about it up there. Then I'll bring it back down here to this red table over here. You can't see the color, but I'm going to hook it up. I'll have the camera far away, and I'll start showing you what this thing is, what it looks like working, and then we'll start playing around with some photography stuff, and I'll show you what it can be used for. And the ultimate review at the end is it worth buying? Is it not worth buying? And if it is worth buying, I'm going to give you the link. If it's not worth buying, I'm not going to bother you with it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it. But if it's not as good as I thought, I'm not going to recommend it, okay? I have not been sent this item by Kirkas. I have not been sent this item by anybody. I am not being paid to review it. It's my own review. My own money was used to buy it. I will tell you, however, that I am starting to buy things like this for reviews. This one I needed, but I want to buy other things for reviews. And there's a link down in the description for Buy Me a Coffee. If you buy me a coffee, I'm either going to drink that coffee or I'm going to use the money to buy some gadget that I'm going to review on the channel. So it's going to go a long way because we're going to start doing reviews a lot more often here. And I love it. People are asking for them, so let's get these going. Okay, we are back, and I don't know what this setup is looking like. This is totally improvised. I was going to take you guys to my room upstairs where I have a table and an overhead camera, and I said, you know what? This is the camera I was shooting with down here. All I did was I moved the table around and I set myself up here. I think this is going to be a little cozier, a little more informal. And I want to start by talking about, okay, this is a photography channel, so we're going to focus on that first. And say, what is this toy tool, right? What is this lamp used for in photography? Because you're wondering, you might know already, and if you don't, you might be curious. So let's talk about three major things. Of course, it's endless, right? But three major things. I wrote it down on a little card here. So the first one is lens repair, lens cleaning. I buy a lot of vintage glass, and these are old lenses from the 70s, 80s, right? And many times I get these things for 20 bucks because, let me come around here, I'll show you. See if I can pull this off. Many times, I don't know if you're going to be able to see through this, they have like dirt inside, they have dust. This one has a little fungus, just a very little, and it's very easily repairable. But I can't do this with my eyes. Let me show you. There are screws here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. There are some screws here on the side. Let me see. Right over, let me see if I can get the light just right. There's a little screw right in there. Yeah, I'm going to be able to show you that, right? But these screws are tiny. I have to buy special tools to be able to take these screws off so that I can unscrew, this whole mount on the front and remove these elements, these glass elements with suction cups. Very easy to do. It's not complicated. You need special tools though. And without this lamp, I can't do the job. I have something that I improvise with, but I needed something like this. A magnifying glass. This one is a 10 time. There's a 12 time, there's a 5 time, depending on your eyes, right, what you're comfortable with. And I can buy a lens for 20 bucks, and in an hour and a half, this thing is going to look brand new, and it works on all of my cameras. So I love that, right? I love that I can do that. So for lens cleaning, lens repair, all of that stuff, fantastic, right? If you've ever handled film, right? If you need to look at film, if you even want to check if the film is scratched, it's been in boxes for a long time, something like this is going to be ideal before you even continue processing and doing more stuff with it, right? Those are things that my eyes can't see. Maybe your eyes can't. Even with my glasses, it's tough, right? And then the last one is sensor cleaning. If you have a digital camera, you need to clean the sensor. You really need to get in there and you need to check. The eyes alone make it very, very difficult to do that, right? So those are the top 3 things in photography. If you're interested in any of them, so I have this other thing, right? When I said lens repair, lens cleaning, attached to that one, still part of that category, is these old cameras I buy. Look how pretty this is, right? And many times, same thing. These lenses are full of dust inside. That's all they have. So I take these elements apart. You can start to see how these things start to come off, right? These cameras were made for that. And then you start taking this whole thing apart, pulling the glass elements out, but then I can't see without something like this. I have to put it under that to check if I got all the dust off, if I got all the mold off. These cameras are beautiful. You get them for 30 to 60 bucks. They work, but they're in kind of grimy condition. So you clean them on the outside, you clean them on the inside, and before you know it, you have this beautiful operating camera from, this is like from the 1950s, right? So beautiful things that we can do as photographers. So that's the reason a photographer would need a magnifying glass with a light. Now, are there other hobbies and interests? Of course there are. If you're into sewing, wonderful reason to have one of these on your table just so you can pull it over, use it, and pull it back, right? We're going to do all that in a minute. Miniature hobbies of any type, model building, anything like that, you're going to want this on your workbench so you can pull it in, check fine details, and then push it back away, right? Very important. And then the last one is, if you like tools like I do, I have tools for everything. I've needed something like this and didn't have it. And it's a pain in the butt to have somebody else hold something for you so you can work and then shine a light. And this is everything in one package. Light, magnifying glass, right? Like I said, I wasn't paid by these guys to do this. They don't know who I am. They don't know I'm doing the video. They're going to see the video when you see the video. So Kirkas amplified magnifying lamp. Let's check it out, okay? I'm going to open this up. Put this little card here. Let's open this up. I'm going to show you what's inside. So I already gave you a little preview. So hopefully none of this like falls out and hits the floor. So you have the lamp, you have the arms, and then you have the thing for the desk. So let's take all this out. I'm going to take it out and then I'm going to unpackage all this, right? This is in my throat. Let's see. all going to be one unit? Probably. Yep, it is. Okay. I'm doing this like live in front of you. This is like an unboxing, and we're going to set it up. I'm going to tell you, let me see, is there anything under here? Oh, look at that. Cold light magnifying glass instructions. So there is an instruction thing. I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. I don't like throwing those things out. I actually do look at them. You know, I love these reviews where people pull out the pamphlets and throw everything like they don't mean anything. You definitely want to go over stuff like that. Okay? So let's look at this. Is it plastic? Is it metal? The weight feels good in this little bag. Let's see, it's a little bubble wrap bag. Let's see what this. Let me put all these little things down here on the floor so they don't get in the way. Okay. You never know if you have to return something like this. So this is metal. This is metal. This clamp is metal. I'm very impressed. It's all metal. I'm going to set this up just like, I think I can set it up right over here. So let me hold off. I think it's the other way around. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Why not? Let's put it on over here in the corner. Can you still see me? Yes, you can still see me. So you're getting the full review. You're not going to be cheated out of anything here. You can see exactly how easy it is to, very easy to clamp. Feels good, very secure. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Just took the sleeve off of the lamp here. That's what it looks like. So one of the things that people liked about this is that it has a lid to keep the glass element clean, so it doesn't get dusty while it's sitting around. You cover this, and you don't have to dust it all the time, right? We're gonna look at that. And here is the arm. Now, I did a lot of research before buying this, and these were the longer arms available. They had table ones that were with shorter arms, and they had a convertible one where the table one could also go into a clamp like this, right? And it also had shorter arms. So let me show you the mechanism for tightening these. Very, very popular mechanism. Is it going to focus? Yes, it is. So you see this mechanism over here. It's a triangle, and you loosen and tighten this, and it tightens this kind of joint, right? And all of the joints are like that. If you look at this one, it's the same thing, right? Now these are notorious when they're made cheaply for not working well. Let's see how this holds up. We're going to have to do an extension cord. I already see, because I'm going to have to pause the video and go get one. But basically, this just drops right into this. And then I'm going to loosen this a little bit. And we're going to drop this down, and then I'm going to tighten it and see how it holds. Wow, this holds really, really well. I'm actually really impressed. There's the lid, right? And I'm going to turn it around so you can see, right? So I'm going to be looking through that. I'll set the camera up in a minute so you can see over me. But right now, we're just going to check it to see how it lights. I left this light over here. It's one of my video lights. And we're going to test it against, this is a really bright little light that I use for my videos. We're going to test it against this thing to see how it compares. It doesn't have to compare. There's no reason that it's supposed to compare. But I want to see, you know, if it's even close to something like this, all right? So let me pause this for a second so I can get an extension cord, hook this up, and keep going. Okay, I'm back. So what I found out was that the extension cord that I used was only a 2-prong, not a 3-prong, and it works out perfectly well for this. This cord that comes with this lamp does not have a grounding cable, the third cable, right? So if you have an extension cord that only has the 2, it's going to work perfectly. I have lights, photography lights, that have the 3 prongs, and I have extension cords with the 2, and they don't plug together, right? So this lamp is a 2, it plugs into the 3, right? And it also plugs into the 2. So this is a really easy lamp to work with if you have different extension cords. Now, I'm going to show you, loosen it again so you can see this is the knob to turn it on. That looks pretty bright, doesn't it? I'm looking at the camera down below. That looks pretty bright. Now let's see how it compares to my light, okay? Let's see, this is going to be annoying probably. Okay, you see how that looks? Now let's turn this puppy on. Now my light and this light are different lights. I can make mine wider. There you go. That's really comparable. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. This is a photography lamp, kind of a video lamp, and I use it for my YouTube video. This thing is really bright. I mean, wow. This is on full blast right now, by the way. So I'm going to be able to tighten this completely so this doesn't move. I can open the lid and then I can look down. Wow, that is fantastic. I can't wait to show you guys how this looks. But let's take a break for a second. Let's talk about a couple things, okay? Let's talk about quality. This is metal. This is all metal. This, however, is plastic. Okay, this whole thing is plastic. The lid is plastic. It's plastic. But it's plastic, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't rattle, it doesn't feel flimsy. This actually feels really, really good. I mean, these springs are made just right. It holds, let's see, let's extend this thing out. See if we have any problems. You know, these lamps start to act funny when you start doing this. They typically don't hold this extension like that. Let me show you, right? So this is really, really impressive that it can do this. Many lamps, when you bring them out this far, they start collapsing, okay? So this lamp, I don't know what to tell you. The clamp is metal, the arms are metal, and this part is plastic. I think it tells you how many LEDs in the propaganda. I don't want to count these. There's a lot of LEDs in here. Let me see if it tells you here. 24 watt equivalent, which is probably like a 100 watt light bulb or 120 watt equivalent, which is excellent. It's a white light, so I don't think you can adjust the color temperature. It's a very white light, like a daylight. So that's basically it for the lamp. I mean, this isn't a very complicated thing, guys. I like that it has these. Let me show you. That it has these holes, right? Because it makes the lamp lighter, right? And that's what allows these arms to hold this weight. If this had been metal and it had been one piece, I can guarantee you the springs would have to be much more robust. But because this is plastic and you have all these breathing holes, this handles the weight without any issue, guys. This is a beautiful lamp. I couldn't be more impressed. You can always tighten these even more. It brings different things to tighten in case you don't want it moving, right? If it does start dropping over time, you can adjust that. So overall, you know, this is a wonderful lamp. I'll give you some specs like the clamp, how wide it opens in case you have a really thick desk wood. I'll tell you how many LEDs. I'll give you all of that. I don't have that information with me because it's in the Amazon ad. I really like this lamp, and I'm going to give you the link in my description below so you can purchase it if you want, okay? But I'm going to right now set up the camera so you can see what it looks like when you're looking through it. Okay, I'm going to cut my head off here a second just so I can show you this, right? I decided to just go sideways. It's a lot easier. The setup's already there. I'm going to start with the light off because you really don't need it. So this is the camera up close, right? I'm just showing you what you can see, right? And check this out. I mean, the magnification is really, really good. I don't know if you can kind of see, but I mean, you can pull up a screwdriver to any little screw on this camera, things that you cannot see with your eyes, and it's going to look 10 times bigger when you look through here. And of course, if you pump up, right? Now, it's too much light for the way I have my camera set up. This is overkill. But you see how bright this thing is, right? This is just absurdly bright. And many people were complaining in the results that the light was too bright, and even at its dimmest, it wasn't dim enough. I disagree. I think, let me loosen this. I think that it's perfect if you want something dim. I think if you want, like I'm looking at my hands right now, and it's perfect. For a dim light, this is beautiful. Now let me see, without it, it looks a little dark. Just in the dim mode, beautiful, beautiful light. It looks brighter on the camera than it does here because of the light setup on the camera. But if you really want to go crazy, I can use this if I need to see something really, 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 really in the dark room, or if I'm not holding something like my hands, which are light, if I'm holding something like this, which is a little darker, that bright light is going to help a great deal. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. I can see these screws without any problem. And if I put up a screwdriver to this, this is going to be beautiful. I am so impressed with this lamp. I can't tell you how happy I am that I bought this. You know, how long is it going to last? I can't tell you. Let me arrange the camera again. By the way, I forgot to mention, I'm going to take this off again so you can see. This clamp down here, this clamp, which is very simple to remove actually. I'm just making it seem difficult because of the angle I'm standing and I'm trying to stay in the camera. This is a very simple clamp to use. What I like about this table is something that you can't see right now. You can see it at the beginning of the video. It's something we take care of. So I'm not just going to put a rough clamp on this table, right? This is a pretty decorative table. So if you look at this clamp, very easy to remove, as you can see. The lamp just kind of drops right into it. So let me put this on the table. I don't want this falling. Actually, let me put it on the floor. Because it can't fall if it's already on the floor. Let me show you this. So what I love about this clamp, for the money again, right, is that what you're getting here is you're getting, when it decides that it's going to focus, there you go. What you're getting is you're getting rubber on the bottom and you're getting rubber on the top. So whatever you clamp, it would have been nice if they put rubber on the back. Many fine, clamps, like of better quality, they'll put one in the back. So whatever table you're coming up against doesn't get scratched back here. So just keep in mind, whatever you put this in, you don't have to put the table all the way to the end, right? I'm trying to focus it here. You don't have to put the table all the way to the end. You can keep it out a little bit. Or you can just put a little bit of electric tape, right? Electrician tape or something like that. Come on, focus for me, buddy. Focus for me, come on, focus for me. There you go. You can put some electrician tape or something like that, duct tape on the back here, and that way it won't scratch up your table. But for the most part, rubber, and it's going to be safe for your table. And it's a very simple mechanism, as you can see. When it decides to focus, it's a very simple mechanism. It's a very typical, it just wants to, you know what, I'm going to stand in front of it. So there you go, right here. You know, you're very familiar with this mechanism, right? It's in all the stuff that we use, right? So very simple to use. I'm very happy with it. All metal construction. This knob is plastic. The knob is plastic. Everything else is rubber. I mean, is metal, sorry. So there you have it, okay? I wanted to make sure you had an understanding of that in case you wonder, like, hey, is it going to hurt my furniture? Nope, it's not going to hurt your furniture. It's actually a pretty cool design. So, what do I think? You kind of already know, right? Build quality, plastic, metal. The wire is a very good wire. It feels good. It doesn't feel like it's crappy. It's the 2-prong, don't forget. So any extension cord is going to work. That's wonderful. It's got the cap to protect the glass element. So very well made. This little cover for the LEDs does feel a little rattly, right? But you can actually pop that off. So if you don't even want it, if you want it brighter, you can just remove that. It softens the light a little bit, evens it out a little bit, so I don't have a problem with that. The rest of this, I can tell you right now, that magnifying glass might be a thick plastic. I don't think it's going to be a metal. Can I tap it with a metal? Yeah, that's a plastic, but it does the job, right? We're not talking about surgery here. We're not doing anything like that. Oral surgery, right? Even though I'm sure it would be fine for that as well. It's a plastic piece of, I can't say a plastic piece of glass, but you know what I mean, right? It's a plastic element, okay? Lid closes. There's nothing holding the lid, right? So if it's just sitting like this, it's going to be closed, right? You open it and you close it. It doesn't stay closed if you turn it upside down, okay? There's no magnetic or a little clamp or anything holding it in place. Awesome light, bright as can be. This is this is full throttle, right? And that's it. That's basically the review. This is not a rocket science item, like I said, very simple. But if you're going to do anything in photography with film, lens, camera cleaning, sensor cleaning, adjusting, fixing, perfect gadget. Does it pay to have it set up? If you have a workbench, I would leave this in a corner somewhere. Look, you move it out of the way. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And when you need it, you bring it back, you use it, you're done. Thank you very much, Mr. Lamp, Mrs. Lamp, whatever. I don't know its pronouns, I'm sorry. And that's it, it's out of the way. So General review, I give this thing, with the exception of this little thing down here, which is a little rattly, I would say 9 out of 10. Light quality is good, very bright, metal for the most part, good cable. I don't know what to say. The length is fantastic. For a workbench, it's a beautiful, beautiful tool. So there you have it. Please like and subscribe down below. You can buy me a coffee in the description. Go to buy me a coffee, and what I do is I pick up some of those coffee dollars and I buy things like this to do reviews that, you know, I normally wouldn't be able to buy because it adds up, right? So if you're interested in some of these, and you can even, if there's something you're interested in having a review done for before you buy it, you can always leave me a comment. If I can buy it, I will. If I can rent it, I will. And if I can't, I'll just be honest with you and say I can't do it right now. The channel isn't giving me that much because I don't have that many subscribers. But I am going to get there with your help and your love and your patience and all that stuff. So your support. So love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and week. And we will catch up in the next video. Ciao for now.